If you've noticed that friends are walking faster than you, that you're always the one lagging behind, or that a simple walk to the store feels twice as long as it used to, this episode will change how you walk starting today. Now visualize this moment. You're walking with a friend or your spouse. You're trying to keep up, but your legs feel heavy. Your steps have become short and shuffling. You're breathing harder than you should be. And deep down you wonder, is this just aging? Is this my new normal? Well, the medical reality is often different from what we assume. A landmark study published in 2019 by the Journal of the American Medical Association tracked over 34,000 seniors and found something remarkable. Walking speed wasn't just about fitness, it was the single most accurate predictor of longevity, often called the sixth vital sign. But let me tell you the real breakthrough. The study revealed that slowing down wasn't caused by general weakness. It was caused by the specific loss of two hidden mechanical powers, calf propulsion and hip extension. And there is more. Seniors who restored these two specific mechanisms didn't just walk faster, they walked with less effort, less pain, and significantly more confidence within just 4 weeks. And Japan's oldest practicing doctor has been using this exact protocol to help seniors reclaim their stride ever since. So tonight, he's going to show you the same process. Welcome back to the Senior Health Podcast. Doctor, this topic feels incredibly personal for so many people.
It is personal, John, because walking speed is independence. When you slow down, your world shrinks. You stop going out. You stop exploring. But what I am about to share proves that your engine isn't broken. It just needs the right tune-up.
That really hits home, because nobody wants to be the person everyone else has to wait for.
Exactly. And that feeling of falling behind creates anxiety, which makes us stiffen up and walk even slower. So today we break that cycle. We will rebuild your push-off power. We will unlock your stride. And you will feel the difference in your very next walk.
I'm ready, but before we start, I want everyone watching to participate. Pause the video right now and comment a 1 if you feel like you've slowed down in the last few years, and comment a 2 if you find yourself taking shorter, choppier steps than you used to.
Yes, please share, because whether you are shuffling or just feeling a bit sluggish, the solution is the same.
For me, I notice it when I'm trying to cross the street before the light changes, that sudden need for speed that just isn't there. So tell us, what is the structure for this session?
In the next few minutes, I'll guide you through the only 5 exercises you need to restore your walking engine. We'll start with a simple weight-shifting drill to build confidence. Then we'll target the calves, your body's gas pedal. We'll unlock the hips to lengthen your stride, and we'll finish with a dynamic movement that puts it all together.
I can't wait to get started, but first I have one critical question. Why exactly do we slow down? What is physically changing in the legs that turns a long, confident stride into a short shuffle?
This is critical to understand. Most people think they slow down because they are just getting old, or their energy is fading. But mechanically, walking is powered by an engine with 2 main components, propulsion and drive. After 60, both parts of this engine begin to sputter.
Propulsion and drive. What does that mean in terms of muscles?
Propulsion comes from your calves. They are your gas pedal. Every time you push off your toes, your calf muscle fires to shoot you forward. When calves weaken, you lose that pop in your step. Drive comes from your glutes, your hip extensors. They pull your leg back and propel your body over it.
So if either of those weakens, the engine loses power.
Exactly. But there is another enemy, sitting. Years of sitting tightens the hips, stealing the 10 degrees of extension we need to take a long stride. When you can't extend your hip back, you can't take a long step forward, so you start taking short, choppy, shuffling steps. Your gait becomes inefficient, tiring, and slow.
It makes sense. We're working harder to cover less ground.
Precisely. You are driving a car with a parking brake on and a weak engine. But here's the good news. The engine is not broken, it is just deconditioned, and we can rebuild it starting right now.
I love that idea, rebuilding the engine. So let's dive in. Where do we start?
Before we build power, we must master weight shifting. Many seniors walk slowly because they are afraid to fully transfer weight onto one leg. They hesitate. They stay in the double support phase of walking too long, where both feet are on the ground, because it feels safer. But fast walking requires trusting one leg at a time.
So this first exercise fixes that hesitation.
Exactly. So start by standing comfortably, holding a chair or countertop for support if needed. Start by simply lifting one heel off the ground, then the other. Alternate back and forth like you are pedaling a bicycle. Keep your toes on the floor for now. This wakes up the ankles and starts the rhythm. It teaches the brain that shifting weight is safe.
It feels like a warm-up, but I can see how it prepares the balance.
It does. Once that feels rhythmic and safe, progress to a small march. Actually lift your foot an inch or two off the ground. Shift weight left, lift right. Shift weight right, lift left. We are training your brain to trust each leg individually. As you get comfortable, try to make the rhythm faster.
And there's a way to test our speed here?
Yes, I want everyone to set a timer for 30 seconds, or count with us. Count how many marches you can do in 30 seconds. Go as fast as you safely can while maintaining control. This is your baseline.
I'm trying it now. It gets the heart rate up a little.
Good. Let's look at some targets. If you are between 60 and 70, aim for about 20 to 25 steps in 30 seconds. If you are over 70, 15 to 20 steps is a solid goal. If you can hit 40 steps in 60 seconds, your weight shifting is excellent. This speed directly translates to how quickly you can move your feet when walking outside. If you struggle to hit these numbers, practice this daily. Your nervous system will learn the speed.
Everyone, pause the video if you need to, do the test, and write down your number in the comments. We'll compare it later. Now let's move to the next exercise, which serves as our gas pedal, right?
Yes, this next exercise restores the pop in your step. We are going to strengthen the calves directly. When you watch a young person walk, you see a strong push-off from the toes. When you watch a frail senior walk, they lift the foot flat. That loss of push-off is loss of calf strength. Without it, you are dragging your body forward rather than propelling it.
And there's actually research backing this up, isn't there?
Yes, there always is. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy found that calf muscle strength was the single strongest predictor of walking speed in adults over 70. Seniors who performed calf strengthening exercises 3 times a week improved their gait speed by 15% in just 6 weeks. The researchers concluded that push-off power is the primary driver of walking velocity in older adults.
So we need to rebuild that muscle. Please walk us through this exercise.
Of course, stand facing your support, a wall or chair. And this exercise has 2 levels. Level 1 is with both legs, feet hip-width apart. Try to rise up onto your toes as high as you can. Imagine you are a ballerina. Squeeze the calves at the very top. That squeeze is where the power lives. Then lower slowly. It is very important here that you do not rush the drop. The slow lowering builds strength too.
And we want to do a lot of these?
Volume is key for calves. They are endurance muscles that carry you all day. Aim for 20 to 25 repetitions in a row. They should feel tired by the end. If you stop before they feel tired, you aren't stimulating growth. And if you can do 25 easily and feel nothing, you are ready for level 2, which is the single leg heel raise.
That sounds much harder.
It is, but it is the true power builder. Lift one foot off the ground, hooking it behind the other ankle if that helps balance. Then push up onto the toes of the standing leg. This mimics the exact moment in walking when one leg has to propel your entire body weight forward. Even 5 of these is a victory. It builds incredible strength.
I can feel the burn just thinking about it.
Good. That burn is your propulsion returning. Do these daily, and you will feel that gas pedal response when you walk. You won't have to think about walking faster. Your legs will simply have the power to do it. But propulsion is only half the engine. Now we need the drive.
Right, everyone stay with us. This is going to be fun.
Next exercise wakes up the glutes, the muscles that have been asleep from sitting. Most seniors have tight hip flexors in the front and weak glutes in the back. This combination destroys stride length. When your hip can't extend back, your step is cut short. You end up shuffling. So let's look at how we do it. Stand tall, holding your support with both hands. This is critical. Keep your posture perfectly upright.
Why is the upright posture so important?
Because we are going to move the leg backward. If you lean forward, you are cheating. I tell my patients, put one hand on your lower back. As you move your leg back, your lower back should not move or arch. If it does, you are using your spine, not your hip. We want the movement to come purely from the hip joint.
Got it. Hand on back to monitor.
Exactly. Now, keep your legs straight and push it directly behind you. It will be a small movement, maybe only a few inches. Squeeze your buttock at the end of the movement. Imagine you are squeezing a pencil between your cheeks. Hold that squeeze for a second.
It really is a small movement.
It is. We only naturally have about 10 degrees of extension. But reclaiming those 10 degrees is the difference between a shuffle and a stride. When you have this extension, your leg can reach further back, which propels you further forward with every step.
What if people feel a cramp in the back of their thigh?
That is the hamstring trying to do the glutes job. This is very common because the glutes are sleepy. If your hamstring cramps, relax your foot completely. Don't point the toe. Focus entirely on the glute squeeze. With practice, the glute will take over, and the hamstring will relax.
And how many times are we doing this?
Do 10 to 15 squeezes on each side, John.
This feels very targeted. I can tell my glutes aren't used to working this way.
That is common, but waking them up changes everything. Now, let's move to the next exercise that isolates this even more perfectly.
Yes, let's keep up the pace. Here comes exercise number 4, ladies and gentlemen.
This exercise is special because we are going to eliminate gravity and balance completely. This allows us to focus purely on building raw strength in the glute muscle without any distractions.
So we do this one lying down?
Yes. You can do this on your bed or on a mat. Lie flat on your stomach. You can rest your head on your hands or use a small towel under your forehead so your neck stays relaxed. The goal here is to lift the leg using only the hip muscles.
How high do we need to go?
Not high at all. This is where most people make a mistake. Keep your leg perfectly straight and lift it toward the ceiling. You only need to lift it a few inches, just until you feel your glute squeeze tight. If you try to lift it high, you will inevitably arch your lower back or twist your hips.
So precision matters more than height.
Exactly. I want you to imagine there's a glass of water resting on your lower back. As you lift your leg, that glass should not spill. If your back arches, you've gone too high. Squeeze the glute, lift, hold for a second, and lower.
How many should we aim for?
Do 10 to 12 repetitions on each leg. Really focus on the mind-muscle connection. You are teaching your brain to fire the glute without borrowing help from the back. This builds the raw horsepower your walking engine needs. Once you've done that, you're ready to put everything together in motion.
All right, I'm ready for this last exercise.
Me too. The last exercise puts the engine into gear. This is my favorite drill for coordination because it mimics real walking but challenges your stability and rhythm. Stand with your left leg stationary. This is your anchor.
And the right leg moves?
Yes. Step forward with your right leg, shifting your weight onto it. Then, immediately push back and step behind you with the right leg. Forward and back. Continuous motion. Do not stop in the middle.
Like a pendulum swinging.
Exactly. Try to clear your stationary foot each time. Step past it. As you get confident, make the steps longer, make them faster. This trains your brain to transition from drive to propulsion rhythmically. It teaches you to recover balance quickly between steps, which is exactly what happens when you walk fast.
This feels dynamic. It gets the heart rate up.
It does. It builds the rhythm of a confident walker. Do this for 30 seconds on one leg, then switch. Challenge yourself to get 8 to 10 full cycles where forward and back counts as one. If you can do that, you are ready for the sidewalk.
Now I want everyone to share their results and tell us where you're tuning in from. An example could be, I'm John from the USA. I did 22 marches and 12-step cycles. Let's see how strong this community is.
Yes, please share. And remember, walking speed is not about rushing. It is about power and efficiency.
So how quickly can people expect changes?
If you do this routine every other day, you will feel a difference in 2 weeks. Your stride will open up. You will feel that push return. You will stop lagging behind.
Consistency beats intensity.
Always. Rebuild the engine and the speed will follow.
Thank you, Doctor. And to everyone listening, if you found this helpful, give this episode a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next one. And make sure to watch this next episode.
Oh, this is a good one. People should see
People should
this.
definitely watch. See you there.